Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the top two games of the month. Tonight is gonna be a match between not one but two teams. That's right, two teams are gonna face it off on Gravel Pit, and we're gonna see Stack versus Highpander, the contenders versus not so much contenders, but they've been showing some nice results recently in the scrims, so we'll see how it's gonna go down tonight. Obviously, with me is none other than Follow the Damn Train CeeJaey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great today, man. Thanks. How are you doing?
I'm pretty okay. I just played two scrims and I'm exhausted, but hey, John is like, no, you gotta cast. I'm like, oh, okay.
You got
Here I
TF2
am.
on the brain there. You got it all like in there now. You don't have to like warm up or anything.
No, I'm like, I don't even think about TF2, but hey, I've been swindled into casting by John. Thank you, John. John's obviously our streamer for tonight. IGPS is unavailable, and John has figured out his problem. So welcome back, John.
Big hype for the John return. Big hype.
Big hype. All right. So obviously, we can pretty much say that we know everything about those two teams, especially about Highpander. They've been showing a lot of good results. They won last season. They've been playing very well together, and they basically haven't changed almost no one in their lineup. I think they only changed Scout
There's
and
like
a
there's like three
Spy.
changes really. There's the spy that's changed, which is obviously a straight swap for Grenjawob coming in, Solid going out. Kisakala's not playing scout, he's playing medic because is it Fool who was their medic last season?
Yeah.
He's no longer playing. So instead on scout they've got Yang Pai, who's obviously very good. But yeah, like I mean, as a group of players, they've been together for a few seasons now. So altogether, I don't think it really matters what classes they play. Like Kissa swapping class, um, they have very good team coordination.
Yeah, and obviously we have stacked for the other team. It looks like they're gonna start on defense, and they have been changing their roster quite a lot. Maybe not so much in the recent times. I think they finally settled down with a couple of changes, like Suzy on as a French superstar, and Asa, who's been playing medic for some time now. So yeah, they I think they already settled down their roster. That's pretty solid in almost every single scrim together. So I hope to see some nice results coming out of them. Well, they're basically right now they're fighting for 6 or at least 2 points from Highpander. It's going to be a really tough matchup here for them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was a little bit worried about Stacked at the start of the season. There was a moment where I thought they might fold or they might sort of not see the season through because last season I thought they did very well. They had like a decent lineup. They had likes of Simsy on heavy. They had Hui on Demo Man, and they just kind of had this steady lineup. And then towards the end of the season, it started going all a bit wrong, and then there was a bit of an exodus of players. And I don't know. The team's done really well to pick up these players. Like Hard's come in, like you mentioned, Susie's come in. You've got Ruhi on sniper, so they've got players that this seems like a stable roster. And so far this season, they've done pretty well. They've picked up 3 points from Chess Club. I would have said Hype Panda, Killswitch, and Chess Club were pretty much the three big teams that you'd expect to see in the playoffs by the end of the season. But yeah, Stacks managed to pick up 3 points from them. So I would reckon they're up for it tonight. I reckon. I mean, I'm not sure how the playoffs work. And do you know you're playing in Prem this season? So is it the top four or is it top three
Yeah,
like it was for
it's
Prem?
always step 4.
Okay, so
It's
then I
basically
think
yeah.
yeah. So like I said, High Panda, Killswitch, and Chess Club. You could expect to see them there or thereabouts by the end of the season. And that fourth place, I reckon, pretty much any team remaining in Prem can kind of fight for that if they work the right way. And I reckon Stacks have got a great opportunity. They picked up 3 points from Chess Club. Chess Club obviously dropped points, and Killswitch have dropped points to Hepper. So if they can get points here tonight, that's going to be a big step towards getting into the playoffs.
Yeah, and I hope we'll see some nice action going on because the Gravel Pit is one of two maps that can really go either way and can really favor the underdogs. And second one, of course, being the CP Steel. And basically, the better you are on, in theory, maybe you may not have the strongest lineup or the strongest DM, but if you are good in like strategy and tactics, you might as well just take full 6 points from this map because it's really unpredictable. One kill by a sniper or spy on the medic while the medic is defending can basically grant you a lot of spare minutes. And it's just it's a really horrible map for a medic to play on because that respawn timers somebody may not know, but those are equal for each team. They're not like shorter for attackers or shorter for defenders. They're equal. So basically, if the medic dies, you might as well just throw everyone you have on the other medic because, well, you're gonna have this slight advantage over the other one, uh, no matter the team. So really, this map can go either way. It can be really fast. It can be really long. I mean, everything can just basically happen here, and that's why I hate it. Because you can't really execute a solid meta. You actually have to prepare, and sometimes it's like, oh, but mom, it's like homework.
Yeah, you do kind of have to study the map before playing, and you kind of do that with every team every season. And yeah, it's the same as Steel, really. But I mean, the thing I like about this map, I mean, I really don't like the map. But
Yeah.
the thing that is interesting about the map is the flank classes really come into play. And if you get a scout, you get a spy, you get a soldier, really doing some work on, especially if you're pushing, if you manage to capture the A point and you can kind of camp down on the C point. We've seen some really interesting plays where an NG will get a level 3 up and just spawn camp, locking the defending team into the B point. And there's so many different entry points. So many different ways of pushing, so many different kind of strategies that teams use. It's interesting to see how teams do it, and yeah, definitely Stacked are going to look at this and say, hey, we can come up with some strategies and do it. There was something that Hill just said a couple of weeks ago. It was actually during a Twitch stream, and he was talking about teams not doing well in PCWs, and teams don't do well in PCWs a lot of the time because it's not the real thing. You don't get that adrenaline during an official. But he said teams like Killswitch and Stacked, those are the two teams that he mentioned, that on the day they can pull off some surprises. So expecting Highpander can be prepared for anything that Stacked might try and pull out the bag.
That's well said. I mean, yeah, it's just gravel, but the problem that I have with gravel pit, and I've been always moaning about it, is that the A point is basically useless and worthless, and it's usually just like, okay, let them cap. It doesn't matter anyways because B point is where the action's at. And the problem about A point is even though you have a massive height advantage here, the sight lines are very long, and it's hard to hold it no matter how you look at it. It's too many ways you can push into it, and I think having a pro version of it would really help out the map a lot in competitive. But there we go. We are actually here, and we have about 50 seconds of setup time. So how about you take us off?
Yeah, so we got Stacked defending first. The general meta is to defend B and leave A, just let them cap it. And you're going to see people suiciding for this sentry building, which is a very interesting position. I don't know if he's going to leave it here. That's Mr. on the engineer. Kind of Stacked usually rotate their engineers. They have Mr. and Musa, who are both very, very good engineers. But they're building quite close to what's called the short entrance on B. I'm guessing they're doing that to try and catch out anyone jumping onto the roof, and then they'll probably move it back. But it's an interesting position. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting. Medic's playing quite close. That's Asa, who is actually murking for them tonight. He's murked for a few games for Stacked this season, so I'm thinking they're enjoying having him as medic. We're going to see some sacks now from Highpander, just to kind of see where the sentry is.
Yeah, Yangpai is just bonking in, through B to A. It's just a smart idea, and they already know where the sentry is, so they might as well just kind of think of a strategy. Granjabub trying to do something like it's been caught out by the pyro. Nice pyro work there, and looks like Highpander just kind of trying to figure out what to do. They lost their heavy in the long, and they spotted the sniper being behind the rock here, and Hilter is like, nope, I'm not having any of that.
Yeah, they had a bit of a strategy going on. They had Niyunan, sponsored by Seal. He brought up a level 3 into long, but then got taken down by Dr. Phil Sticky. So there's a level 3 in long at the moment. Wondering what they're going to do, whether they're going to try and wait until there's an Uber push in, and then they'll put the level 3 down on B just to kind of clean up. So that'll be interesting. Going to keep an eye on that. But there are sticks. Oh no, he's put it onto long now. The sniper can see him.
Yeah, the NG is kind of like safe here, but the Granjabub is underneath the stairs. He almost got the medic, but missed the stab, and there goes basically the entire combo just collapsing on him, not letting the medic die. The Unan, once again, no, it's Pidix, once again trying to get some damage done. He's quite low on the health, but he survived here, getting kill on the scout, or a spy, or a class, one of those. And it looks like, yeah, they're kind of slow pushing here. They're not using their Uber, which is kind of surprising. They could have used already like 2 Ubers. and
I still think
still
they were
waiting,
kind of
yeah.
working out where the sentry was. The combo's holding in a really strange position, as is the sentry. It's very, very close. And both Hildreth and Pidox were just kind of coming around the corner and just kind of scoping out. And I think now they've got the information, they're going to try and do an interesting, a different way of pushing in. Dr. Phil gets backstabbed by Grenjabob. He was taken down the sentry by from the Union. And now looks like Highpander are in. They're coming in through long and they've got their entire combo there ready.
Yeah, that's a very smart decision because there was a nice distraction coming out of the scout. And they're moving in now. The sentry is in a very vulnerable spot, and if they kill the engineers, no sentry on defense for a stack here. They still have their Uber. They're ready to pop in. There goes the pop from red team. That's early pop. There goes the blue pop. So blue pop much, much, much better than Stack. And Stack having a lot of troubles now. He'll just taking the rooftop, and he's putting some nice damage, getting 2k already. Their engineer is down, so no sentry repairman coming out, and there Hildreth goes in, just kills the sentry as well. Nice demo work from him, and he's still occupying that rooftop. Medic for him is still alive, and looks like only 3 people alive for Stack. Looks, yeah, it is
Oh, and the
definitely...
Uni shotguns down the medic. Great cleanup play by him there.
And might as well be the last point because Kisakala is already on 40% Uber, and if they have that kind of advantage and push on to last, they basically have their point already. So he might be looking at the round ending soon.
Yeah, Mister's in the tower. He's 1v1ing the spy at the moment. That's Grenjabob. But there's no sentry up. He's going to try and build something up top. He's got a mini, but Hildreth's already on the cap. Can't actually cap the last point until they finish capping B, but they have got a lot of presence. Oh, but a lot of players going down. Hildreth and Pidox have gone down. That's the heavy class has gone down now. So the heavy CeeJaey has managed to get herself into the tower there on C. And yeah, it looks like things are a bit stabilizing now for Stacked.
Yeah, and that was kind of a miscommunication, I think, coming out of Highpander. They wanted everything too fast, and they basically lost their entire combo and the pushing power. So now Asa's gonna hit his Uber very soon and have that Uber to counter pop. He's in a safe position now. Hopefully he's not going to get sniped, but there goes Hildreth once again, very aggressive on 90 HP, trying to find the medic, spams him, and there he goes, kills the med. No Asa alive for the defenders. Kisakal is about to hit his quick fix. Yes, I do believe it's quick fix. A lot of people down for Stack, and they're just moving on the point right now. CeeJaey very low. He's still contesting. CeeJaey on 6 HP. Warrior trying to save the point, but it's not going to be able to do that. And there goes Zoop just casually capping the point. And look, I think, yeah, 4 minutes and 2 seconds for the...
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
That's a very fast time. It says 4:01. It's just changed now. I think it's rounded down. But yeah, that was. I mean, that pushing onto B point, Hildreth did a lot of work. He took down the sniper, he took down the NG, but the big thing that happened there was the kill on F2, which was the soldier for Stacked. He got taken down, which allowed Hildreth to have free reign off that roof. Can't allow a demo man to just have that roof to himself, and he just rained down stickies, took down 2 key players, sniper and NG down, managed to take down the sentry after that, and just raining down the stickies. Everyone else just followed in. The Union got the kill on the medic, Asa. And like you said, they got a little bit complacent, a little bit overeager, trying to push into C, but then it didn't really matter. And then it was less of teamwork and more of just Hildreth coming in and just destroying Asa by himself, when he must have had about 90-95% Uber.
He was very close. He was just kind of sitting on top of C, and then it's like Hildreth just bombing in and suiciding himself, which is a very good trade. But the gates are down now, and there's a lot of spam being exchanged on B. Kind of CeeJaey scouting out the area, shooting down sticks, and Hildreth is just putting a lot of damage, even though Stacked has never left the spawn area. So yeah, they're very aggressive here. I'm looking at the sentry spot, and it's on the rooftop, which is very, I think, a good spot. But there goes the Uber pop, kind of both ways as well. A little bit better for Sakala.
Yeah, CeeJaey got dropped very early on, which meant there was no pushing power there from Stacked. But it does mean that they've... Oh! Big backstab there onto Pidox. Hard just missing the medic, but does take down the heavy. But it does mean that they've got a quick cap onto A point and a few distractions. So there's going to be time on Mr. Epic. I think that's Framello taking down hard with a headshot as he tries to dead ring away. But yeah, they're going to have a push into now onto B, and there's no heavy for Highpander at the moment.
That was a nice headshot by Mr. Epic on Rui, so no sniper for blue team as well. And let's say kind of losing some health here. Not really players, but health is always very important as Zoop just kind of trying to bomb in the heavy. As soon as he's still alive, he's getting a lot of heals from Asa. And he's about to hit his Uber a little bit faster than Kissa, but it doesn't matter right now. They're gonna go out immediately and pop on the sentry. Yeah, the Union was really quick on his toes.
Oh, big crit! Oh, takes down
crit
there! Wow. Ooh. Takes down the Engineer and the Sentry with one sticky. Takes down Pidox as well. That's heavy down. Lots of kills coming out, but Hildreth does take down Dr. Phil.
It's gonna suck.
Hard to see what's going on here. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a big stab coming in. Oh, Sorix takes down Granger Bob.
Ooh,
with the snipe.
Yeah, Mr. Epic is just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna get the medic regardless, and there he goes. So no medic for the attackers. Could have been actually a cap for Stag. They have the momentum, but losing their medic here is definitely gonna slow them down a lot. In case like, slowly building his Uber advantage up. Last point is going to be being a sneak cap by the soldier. F2 on 100 HP, trying to kill people. Oh, but gets only the engineer, which is I think good enough. The engineer on last is definitely a very important class, and if you pick him, it's gonna give you an advantage. Kissa's gonna have his Uber soon, but Asa is still on the crit streak. No, he's
lots
quick
of kills
right
coming
now.
down. When Dr. Phil goes down though from Hildreth. Oh, but Hildreth gets stabbed hard, so no demo for the defense. Highpander are going to struggle to lock down those doors with no stickies. And this may be the opportunity Stacks are looking for. They've got a few picks. Oh, there's ×2 on the cap. It's Sorix. He stays alive even though Zoob is jumping up, trying to defend there. Beep is in as well.
For Red. There goes F2 bombing the medic, getting a nice rocket on him, but no, didn't quite get the kill. But this card just going and stabs Kissa. No medic for the defenders.
Dr. Phil's on the point. He's jumped in.
Asa is his quick fix up, so he can just pop in and just go in. There's a few respawners for the defenders, and yeah, Zoop is just fighting for his team right now. There's a minute to go, and I don't think they're gonna be able to defend this unless something miraculous happens.
Oh, big shot by the engine! He gets headshot in mid-air by Mr. Epic. Amazing shot there, but it looks like Staggers are gonna get this. They've got ×2 on the point already.
This is unbelievable. And
that was an insane push.
What I said before, underdogs will come out on top on one of two maps, or actually on both maps, on Steel and on Gravel Pit. Doesn't matter how good you are, as long as you get good tactics and good coordination, you're gonna take this. And there you go, Stack has guaranteed 2 points here. It's pretty huge for them. I mean, stealing top of Highpander, who've been undefeated so far.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't dropped points at all so far this season, so this is a first so far, and yeah, like we said earlier, Stacked. I wasn't expecting that from the start, but I wasn't expecting that after Highpander posted up a 4:01. That's an extremely fast time, and I thought Stacked would be under a lot of pressure. I think one of the big things that really helped, we saw in the Union at the start place a level 3 in third, and then he just kind of tried to do it a bit solo, and he put it into the doorway to try and hassle the team. What Mr. did instead was waiting until his team pushed in with the crits, and while there was the chaos going on and the air sentry went down, he came in, placed a level 3 by Rock on B, and it just picked off people one by one. And then he did the same at C, which really struggled. Highpander struggled to try and get players back onto that spire. So we've readied up really quickly now onto the second round, and Highpander are probably keen to try and get some points themselves now.
Yeah, they'll be fighting for 2 points at least for themselves, and I think they're kind of like, I don't know, they might be confused right now because they really felt gonna like, oh, okay, it's just Stacked, but there you go, 2 points for Stack already, and Stack is probably just like as happy as they could be, and they'll be looking to get a few more, and yeah, we'll see how it's down here.
Interesting use of the crits as well. Asa's now back on Medigun. Obviously, Stacked are pushing this time first. They'll post a time, and then Highpander will try and beat that time. But yeah, the use of the crits, I'm not sure if they knew of it, whether they realized, or whether they just didn't deal with it properly. But it definitely worked for Stacks. I'm just looking at the logs quickly. We've got to about 20 seconds before the game starts. Top frag was only 10 kills, and it was Zoob, and he was second in damage, just behind Hildreth. So, you know, damage and kills coming for Highpander, but lots of picks by Hard, and CeeJaey doing well with the kills as well at 9. So yeah, Stacked are holding up at the moment. They're standing toe to toe with Highpander, and they're doing very well.
Yeah, and I'll be looking forward to some more action coming to them, but the gates are down again. Asa's going for a smart play. He fakes that he's gonna use Uber, and he switched to crits again. He's hoped to get more kills with it. We'll see how it goes. Currently, he's building it up slowly but steadily. It doesn't matter in the beginning anyways. And it looks like Highpander just decided to go for a little bit different hold here. Sentry's lower, not on the rooftop. Nice kill on the Mista as the first kill.
Big. I think he dropped his sentry. Oh, he's put his sentry down first. So he's got a level 3 in long again, but he's not going to be alive to be able to push it first.
Just waiting for Asa to pop his Krieg. F2 just kind of dropping down, but he was too far.
Oh, Hard gets a backstab on the unit and the snaps of the sentry. There's no sentry now for Hype and defense, and their Uber's been forced. Kisakala's had to use it because of the crits has come out. Asa did start off with the Uber, and then he switched onto the crits halfway just to confuse Highpander, also to confuse us.
Now, I told you. I told before. You're not listening. There you go. But yeah, it's gonna be working out for them well because they're building it faster. Kisakala is only on 30% while Asa is hitting 50. So it's gonna be a very quick pop, second pop, unless Highpander decides to do something out of it. Hildred going down to CeeJaey as definitely a good pick against the defender team because they can just kind of walk behind the corner and not get killed.
Wow, big shot in the air by Yangpai. Takes down F2. And he's down, so no soldiers control the area. And Ruhi seems to be getting the Oh, the crits has come out onto Dr. Phil. It's only a level 1 sentry to try and stop him here. Takes it down with the pipes, but Zoob is still controlling the top of that B point with his black box.
Yeah, they kind of gave out this initial push here. I think Asa could have gotten more with that crits, but the Highpander have been smart about this, and they kind of defended. There goes Kisakala with his pop, hoping to clean up some people off the point, and there it goes, Medic going down, as well as a spy and a SP. They lost a few players themselves, but they still have the engineer and the demo alive, which is going to be huge on defense here, especially that the timers are, you know, as I said before, equal. But Mista is building his sentry. It's not going to work too well for him. It's kind of being a nuisance here and just kind of annoying. Sniper going down. Rui gets a body shot on Epic. So that's probably one of the strong powers on Gravel Pit down for Highpanders.
Yeah, Steven meanwhile gets a massive reflect onto F2 taking him down, but Stacks are just pushing in now. I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. They're running quick fix, they're about 60%. And Highpander are getting a lot of kills. Zoob is controlling that top point really well. But Ruhi's just allowed to push forward, gets a snipe onto Yangpai. And Zoob takes down Sorex. He's just spamming from the top, and he's onto and he takes down Asa again. That's the second time in a row he's done that. And he's still chasing, trying to take down Mista. He does so. There is time on the point. Yeah.
Black box, yeah, but only 4 people up for defenders here. The sentry is still up, and in level 2 is a sniper sniping from behind the point of Rui, trying to cause some damage here as a nice stab on the enemy sniper. Mr. Epic going down too hard, and the unit is just for feeding his position here, just going back to sees that he cannot really fight for this point alone. And they're gonna probably set up some kind of a defense on C point and let us see what's gonna be the timer for 2 points cap. I think it's gonna be a good time though, as Stacked have been consistently aggressive and didn't allow Highpander to kind of set up properly.
Yeah, it's not as fast as we've seen before. 3:30 so far. Kisakala is running the quick fix now. He's about 75%, and they're holding the door number 3, which is the connector to A. Which is big flare from Beep takes down Kisakala. Medic down for Highpander, and Pidox and Hildreth follow soon after.
I think this is it. I think this is gonna be it for Highpander here. Losing a medic on defense with the other medic having his quick fix up and the demo up as well. It's gonna be huge. Grand jump up, missed the stab on the heavy. I could have saved Highpanders out of now. There goes the pop. Phil is just jumping up the point right now, trying to get some damage done, but he's low himself. Goes down eventually. Quick fix has been kind of wasted here. Didn't do much with it, but people dying anyways. 4 people up for blue, not enough to push this point, I think, but Highpander dying themselves as well as a Steve. The almighty Steve trying to defend this point and by himself, pushing off people. Kisakala is also on the quick fix, but low on health. 2 cap on point, not that many people defending the point, but there's a kill on the Kisakala by Rui. Nobody once again. Kisakala does not have a good life here. Grand Jabab.
It's all up to Zoob right now. He's the only one on top of that spy owl, and Hildred's joining him. And he takes down hard, so a little bit of respite, but the teleports are coming in, and Stack's just throwing one after the other. I think this is a little bit of a mistake. Beep goes down to Steve quite easily, and Highpander have got time to breathe, maybe? They're going to get Kisakala back up and build that quick fix.
Yeah, it was kind of a mistake. Nune is building mini sentries right now. He's switching to mini sentries. He knows he doesn't have much time to actually set up a proper defense, and obviously mini sentries are not that good against quick fixes. Looks like CeeJaey with his combo is going to be a little bit more aggressive into 3, because they know the combo is there, and rotation for the attackers.
Oh, big headshot! Insane headshot right onto Asa, drops the crits, and that's going to buy an extra 30 seconds to a minute now before they build anything else. CeeJaey is weak though, he's on fire, he's at 30 HP and he's burning. He needs, and he forces the quick fix, he has to use it. And that's a big force.
Yeah, Beep once again doing a lot. First it was a drop, and there goes the force. Although it's just quick fix, but you know, quick fix versus crit streak is always a good force here. Oh my god, Highpander combo being very aggressive into the connector. They didn't lose that many people, only lost their scout, which is good enough. But they lost a lot of health, and it's going to take some time to build that back up. It helps CeeJaey build his fist a little bit faster. Let me check what Asa is running. Asa is still running crits. So, very quick fix versus crit streak situation is not going to look good for Highpander here. As a crit streak, as a pop, gets 1 kill on CeeJaey.
Oh, it takes no CeeJaey!
Oh my god, gets Yangpai as well, gets the Yunin, a lot of people down, only Steve and Zub up, and I don't think they're gonna be able to defend the point against 8 people. Phil and Zorek just sitting on the point, and, you know, getting the point in 6 minutes and 46 minutes. That's a good time for Gravel Pit as well.
I mean, it's not as fast as the times we've seen, but those have been exceptionally fast times. 6:46 is a very, very good time to post. And the pressure is all on Highpander now. They need to beat this time. If they don't, then 6 points goes to Stacked.
If it's actually gonna be 6 points going to Stack, the Prime Division is gonna be definitely a lot more equal, because that's gonna slow Highpander a little bit and give Stacked a little bit of a boost to the playoff situation. So it's gonna even things out a little bit.
It's gonna open the eyes of Killswitch and Tourette's Chess Club as well, I guess, because, you know, Highpander have looked pretty unbeatable over the last season and so far this season, but, you know, if Stack can get something decent here, then the team's going to be like, hey, let's not just in first place, let's, you know, we've got a big chance here. So, yeah, it's gonna change the way that the table looks. But that was a huge crits from Dr. Phil there. Took down 4 players, and Hard picked up another 2. In the space of about 3 or 4 seconds, most of the team from Highpander were down.
Yeah, it's basically like Stax is just willing to kind of risk some situation here, especially with the crit streak, because, you know, crit streak is very risky, but at the same time the reward for it is quite high, and it so far worked out for them. But I think this time Highpander is going to be a lot wiser in this regard, and they're going to really watch out for the crit streak situation coming out of Asa.
Oh, big jump by Zoom! Oh, he landed on Asa, but didn't manage to do much damage to him. It was mostly on Dr. Phil. And the Suicide Wave's done nothing really. So Ruhi wins the Sniper Battle once again. So yeah, all of the players not managed to do any sort of impact at all.
Yeah, but Kiss is still alive, and the point A is being capped, so it's not like they haven't done anything. Grangerbob is kind of lurking around on C point. It might be going on for the step, but no, the scout kind of finds him, and Zorik's going to clean up the situation here. But yeah, Kissa is just kind of pushing in from Ace, it seems. Yeah, they're rotating with Hildreth and Pittix, slowly going in. And a lot of people down, actually, for the red team. Nasa's still alive with his 100%, so he can pop and save his teammates. But looks like Highpander are getting some dangerous momentum here, pushing out a C point. They have a lot of people. No one's on C yet. Gonna have some spawners right now. But this is the time to push, and there you go. Uber's being popped for both sides. Only popped on the demo for the red team, only on heavy for the blue. Nothing has been done yet, but looks like, yeah, red team's gonna have a slightly better Uber exchange here. They're gonna retain their position.
I was just rewatching Zoob. He just jumped in solo onto the B point and got some good spam down on the rest of the team, but wasn't actually able to make anything happen. And there needs to be more pressure on Mister at the moment. He's weak, but there's not really any coordination trying to pick him or trying to do something with the sentry. It's mostly Zoob. Takes down Dr. Phil, which is a very big pick. Gets taken down by Ruhi there, but that was a really big pick. No demo now for Stacked, and they're gonna have to kind of back out a little bit here. There's time on the point, and Hildreth is spamming the sentry, takes it down.
A smart thing by Hoocher, just prioritizing that sentry down, and it's gonna give some time, you know, on the point here, which is very important. Hisakala is on 100%. Uber Asa is only 75. So I don't think they realized they could have just went for the medic and take him down, but now Asa's gonna have that Uber as well and able to defend himself. A lot of people dying for Highpander here. A lot of really important.
Backstab by Hard takes down Kisakala. Yeah, that was the Uber's used by Asa just to keep his team alive, to clean up the kills. But yeah, 4 minutes just ticked over on the clock, and the cap did not go down there for Highpander. It was very close, but big backstab from Hard. Managed to pistol down Pidox and then take down the medic Kisakala. What are your thoughts, Jake? Like, what do Highpander need to do here? Do they just need to keep doing it and know that they're better, or do they need to change it up at all?
They need to change it up. They still have the 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go, which is more than enough. But yeah, looks like Kissa is just gonna stick on that Uber. He's not gonna try any shenanigans with Extreme Quick Fix. I think he's just dropping down, and so is CeeJaey. It's putting a lot of spam on the enemy combo. Kissa's managed to dodge this all, but there goes Pidox. And CeeJaey is kind of on his own right now, not being healed by the medic. Kissa's just staying safe, and oh, nice headshot by Ruby as a quick scope. A lot of people dying for Highpander, and the time clock is ticking. NASA is full advantage. They need that medic dead or force at least, because otherwise they won't be able to push into B, and as I said, time is just ticking down for them. It's very dire right now.
I mean, there is you got to factor in the momentum. It is possible to cap B and then pretty much straight away cap C in no time at all. But obviously, they do have to. The big point is to push B. Ruhi getting another headshot this time on the Union, so they need to get a pick on the NG, onto the medic, onto the sniper, something that'll give them some sort of entry point. Because at the moment they're just getting shut down.
But Kissa has his Uber already. Let me see. Yeah, his Uber gun. I think he got a few saws because he got it very fast, and that was an Uber exchange here, kind of sharing around, and not much has been done yet. Only beat dying for defenders and no Zorix for one more second. Ooh, that's a kill on the engineer though, and the sentry is unguarded. It's probably gonna go down. There it goes. Pidox taking the destruction, and basically Combo is in a very dire situation. Medic managed to save himself on top of the point, but he will not be saved there as Zoob is on him right now, getting a nice few rockets. He's still dodging some damage, 80%, 80 health, but nope. Too many blue people around, and 2 minutes to go. Highpander needs to cap this point as fast as possible, but Zorix is just roaming around getting this scout and the medic as well, and no medics for each of the teams. So B point needs to be capped ASAP, and then Kisakala, I think he's just gonna go quick fix. So is Asa, because they do not have much time
by Granger Bob. I was just gonna say they need to just defend C now, but Granger Bob sneaks in there and takes on Dr. Phil, which is gonna make it a lot easier for Highpander to push in here. 1 minute 30, just ticking over now as B point's being finished. He'll just going down to beep. So that's going to slow Highpander down a bit, but this is entirely possible now. They just need to get onto that C point and get some cap time down.
Pretty much, and I just don't know what Highpander can do right now. It's only a minute left. I mean, they're building a Uber faster.
They're using crits, that's why. They're on 70% crits with Kisakala.
Oh, it's going to be detrimental. It's going to be detrimental, this push. If this crits works out, we got the point. If it doesn't, Stack takes full 6 points, which is going to be devastating for Highpander here. And Kisakala 90%. You're going to see, look at CeeJaey right now. He's going to be taking that crit gun himself here, going from the left side. The Asa has only 60 HP, 60%. Going in, there's a lot of sticky trap, but yeah, it's been spotted. They're losing time here. They need to go in right now. They're splitting some damage. Enemy team knows that they're here. Phil trying to put some damage on the medic. Medic taking the pill. No, he goes down. Chrissy did not work out here. CeeJaey only 8 HP. He cannot jump on the point. He doesn't have that much health. Asa's on full Uber right now, and only 25 seconds to go. I don't think Highpander can do anything about this situation. Losing players left and right, no beat for the defenders, so they might be able to jump on the point and maybe cap this, but it's just, oh, there goes the Uber pop. 14 seconds left just to be sure. And I think it's full 6 points for Stacked. That's unbelievable. We're seeing history right now.
I did not expect this whatsoever. That's Zorix has won them the game there. You get a pick onto B on Kisakala, took him down, which slowed the kind of the rollover push onto C, and then just was about there to pop crits, takes them down again. Before the game, I was going to say Zorix is probably the standout player for me on Stack. He just gets an insane amount of kills, and he does so much work for the team on the flank. And once again today, he's shown that with an amazing last couple of minutes there.
Yeah, like I just wanted to say that, you know, I don't know what Beep is giving Zorix, but I think those are some heavy drugs that he keeps playing and carrying his team, and he was doing a lot of work here. And well, congratulations to Stack. To be honest, I did not expect such a win, but there you go, 6 points, always nice to have, and slowing down Highpander quite a lot. And basically, you know, it's gonna be a more of a psychological factor for them for Highpander right now, and they need to kind of work more.
I think Hypander are just going to look at this and say, you know, they don't like Gravel Pit, and you know, it was the start. I mean, a lot of teams do it, and I know that it's an excuse that can be used by teams, but you know, strategy wise, Stacked came out on top with the crits plays, with Mister and his level 3s, and then obviously some clutch plays by Sorex. I think a big difference today was that missing Framello on Sniper. Mr. Epic was playing, and every time I looked at the kill feed, Rui was just taking him down. Just looking now, and he really did top frag with 18 kills, 2 above Sorex with 16. Then there's Hard with 15. So the top 3 players there, all belonging to Stacked. Then you follow up with Zoob and Steve. So yeah, the pick class is there for Stacked, doing really well. Hard and Rui just performing above expectations against Hypander, I would say. Rui just out sniping his opposition sniper every single time I saw him.
Yeah, so there you go. 6 points once again, the Stack, congratulations. And obviously tune in for more casts. We're going to be doing it until the season ends, which is going to be in a few weeks. So stay tuned with us, Blackout Gaming. This has been Jake, and of course, the other caster,
CeeJaey.
There you go. And obviously John for the streams. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.